Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Jenny Gaston, licensed professional counselor. Today we're going to talk about how to age gracefully during perimenopause and menopause. 10 tips on how to look younger. These tips can be used in any stage of your life. So if you can use in your 20s, your 30s, but we are talking about perimenopause and menopause here. So let's get to it. Number one, you want to make sure that you set up a sleep routine. Yes, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. This is key. If babies need a sleep routine, right, you give them their bubble bath, read them a story, and the elderly also can benefit from a sleep routine. If you look at current research in nursing homes, it shows that nursing homes that have a sleep routine versus those who don't, the ones that have a sleep routine, the residents are able to sleep within 10 minutes of one another. Well, the other nursing homes, let's just say they be turned up, okay? Them workers be working. And so if babies and the elderly need sleep routine, what makes this any different? And so you don't have to overdo it or make it complex. Just something as simple as, you know what, I'm gonna take a bath or shower right before, because when you do so, your internal temperature drops and that allows you to sleep more deeply. You can also place some lavender lotion on, maybe some aromatherapy, light a candle. And if you do that consistently, your brain will register, hold up, 1 + 1 = 2. When you put on that candle or use that specific lotion, it's usually time for bedtime. What will happen is when your brain made that connection, your melatonin production will increase. You're welcome. Let's go to tip number 2. It's important to maintain a healthy gut. For those who don't know, your gut is like your second brain. So it's important to make sure that you're eating foods that are rich in pre and probiotics. All right. Why is this important? Because many times when our gut is not where it needs to be, we're lethargic, we're low in energy. So I'm going to give you foods in both categories. So let's start with prebiotics. So these prebiotic foods that you want to consume are like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus. You also have bananas, oats, apples, dandelion greens. Believe it or not, we try to get rid of them dandelions because we view them as weeds, but let me tell you, those leaves, you can juice it, you can stew it, you can make tea. Amazing. Now let's talk about probiotic. You want to consider foods like pickles, miso, yogurt, kefir. If you're not into dairy, that's okay. We have sauerkraut, we have kimchi, we also have kombucha, okay? I am not talking about the alcoholic version. Yes, I'm talking to you in the back. Yeah, we are talking about the tea, okay? We also have natto, which is a Japanese dish. So it can allow you to come out of your comfort zone and try new fermented foods from different cultures. Now let's go into number 3. We're going to talk about movement. Movement is so important, and not all movement works the same way. Now, many times we like to focus on intense cardio because we believe that will help us with weight loss. But believe it or not, when you're in your 40s and 50s, you want to consider HIIT training, weightlifting, anything with resistant training like Pilates and yoga, where you have to hold poses for a long period of time. Why is this key? Because as our muscle mass increase, our metabolism also increase, and as we age, we do lose muscle mass. Not to mention that too much cardio, your body can register it as stress, and it can raise your cortisol level. So if you're already having a hectic week, perhaps running is not the best option for you. Number 4, in relation to movement, we're going to talk about slow pace walking. Why is this important? Because as we walk in a slow pace, that helps balances our hormones. It's also good for our mental health. It's a time that we can think out loud and process many thoughts we may be trying to run away from, right? When you have the cardio music playing in the background, you're lifting weights, many times we're not really thinking about our feelings and thoughts that we need to unload of. When you're taking a light, leisurely walk in nature, it helps to ground you and you're in tune with your senses. Number 5, before we get to number 5, if you haven't subscribed already, kindly do so. I found out that only 1/3 of my viewers are subscribed to my channel. So please support your girl and subscribe, like, share this video with someone else, because knowledge is power and we can all benefit from tips on how to age gracefully. Number 5, we're going to talk about herbs and supplements. And if you haven't already done so, I do have a video on herbs that you can use to increase your energy level, improve your sleep during menopause and perimenopause. So I'm going to go ahead and link that somewhere over here. Let's get to number 6. Let's consider drinking our greens. Yes, it's important to consume your greens in multiple ways, and so why not drink them? I like to make a mean green juice with spinach. The spinach tends not to be as bitter as kale. Maybe perhaps I might put a half a banana, some strawberries, and go from there. But there is also another green powder that's a superfood called matcha. Matcha is a green powder that derives from green tea, and it actually helps remove toxins and metals from our body. And I don't know about you, but that is a win-win for me. Number 7, kind of self-explanatory, but not really, hydration. Okay, majority of our body is made of water, and so sometimes we can be so busy going with the flow of work, if you're a parent, if you're a student, and we just forget to drink water. But believe it or not, there are countless of chronic diseases that can be prevented through hydration. Why? Because as we drink water, we are cleansing our body from toxins, okay? And so try to, if you are a person that forgets to drink water, perhaps put an alert on your phone, a recurring reminder, drink a glass, every hour that passes by. I like to, by 2 p.m., try to have my 8 glasses down by then, because I don't know about you, I'm not trying to be up using the bathroom all night, okay? But anywho, let's get to the next one. Number 8, let's talk about nutrition. We already kind of mentioned some nutritional foundation, but we're going to talk about the major groups, right? So you have lean protein, you have heart healthy fats, you also want to think of complex carbs, fruits and vegetables, and foods that are high in fiber, okay? Hopefully I got all of that. And so if you want more tips on what kind of examples that would include, I will place a link to a video that I created that talk about the top foods to restore your vitality. Number 9, it's so important to sharpen your mind. Be a lifelong learner, not just of random topics, right? Or just to show how verbose you are, but challenge yourself through reading, audiobooks, but trying new things, whether it's martial arts, dancing, so that you are constantly challenging your fine motor and gross motor skills. Because as we age, we lose our balance, and a way to prevent that is to challenge our bodies to move differently. So if you're used to walking and just doing yoga, try weightlifting. All right, if you just weightlift, try Pilates. Almost like trick your body so that it's second guessing. What are you gonna do next? That keeps your mind sharp, and believe it or not, it prevents Alzheimer's, because we're constantly challenging those brain cells. Last but not least, number 10, we're going to talk about mushrooms, and I'm not talking about shrooms and psychedelics here. We're talking about the mushrooms that you consume from the grocery store, okay? I'm going there, okay? I know some of you guys, what you're thinking, not so fast. And so why is this important? I like to chop them up and put it in like an egg omelet. You can put it in some rice, But mushrooms are not only high in fiber, so it helps you to feel more full, but they also are high in water, and that aids in weight loss management. Because if I feel more full and sustained, guess what? I'm less likely to snack and eat. And so those are the top 10 tips. If you have any tips that work for you, don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and share in the comment section what keeps you feeling just youthful, and what keeps you feeling energetic, so that we can share our knowledge with each other. Also share something that you're going to take away with you and perhaps start. And please don't be all or nothing. All right, I know some of you're probably like, if I can't do all 10 of these things, I'm not going to start. No. If you do that, how will you know which of these tips work best for you? Try a gradual approach. You know what? This week, I'm going to try to drink my greens. And next week, I'm going to try pre or probiotics. Take things in baby steps, because then you're more realistic at meeting your goals. And if you're on Instagram, you know what to do. Check me out at _Jenny Gaston. And make sure, if you haven't already done so, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could be notified of the next video, because on the next video, I'm gonna give you a story time. Yes, my personal experience. I'm gonna be a little vulnerable here to talk about what happened when I had to stop taking my herbs for a month. Yes, I had to go into a procedure. Okay, I had an umbilical hernia, and it was time for me to finally take care of that. And my doctor said, well, all these supplements and herbs you're taking for perimenopause, it sounds great, but you're gonna have to take a month off. And whoa, what a realization I had. So make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that next video. And as always, thanks for watching and much love.